Good morning. This is Cecil and Blues. Thank you for joining me for another day here at the darkest Cecil and Blues estate. As I mentioned at the end of the last episode, we are going to be going after the Swine King today. The infestation is now at high. We have one invitation to the courtyard, so we'll probably be going there tomorrow. But for right now, I wanted to take care of this threat and move the Warrens forward. And we got, I think, a pretty good team for it. Last thing I want to check, is there anything that we can use on the Jester to take advantage of a mark? No, we do not. Okay. We could switch to finale for the boss fight. I actually might do that. Okay, so a couple of things that we need to keep in mind in this encounter. The list of things that I'm going to forget by the end of this dungeon. Switching our jester here over to be a finale jester in order to take advantage of that finale bonus towards the end is going to be really good for me. We can do that with some inspiring tune. What else can we do it with? We could do it with Dirk Stab, which we actually can do even from the front row. I didn't realize that. We build that up, and then we could use... Okay, I'm looking at this combo to make sure I fully understand it. We'll see if that becomes useful. It doesn't do bonus damage against marked or anything like that, but I can buff it up and then use it just once. So take Harvest off our bar, replace it with Finale, take... The question is, do you take Slice off? Yeah, you take Slice off your bar as well. I don't know, actually, we're all stacked up for bleeds. Maybe it's best just to work on Slice off. I think that may work out more damage over time. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna just drop that. Alright, the one we definitely have to remember, though, is we want to get rid of Abyssal Artillery and replace it with a Weakening Curse. If we forget that, we won't be able to weaken the Swine Prince's damage. We are going to stick with what we have on our Arbalist here. She can clear the marks with Rallying Flare and stuns, so that can be valuable for us. Yeah, let's go for it. I think we got a good team here. We'll take 2 stacks of food. We will take a few you know what? Actually, because we're fighting a boss, good there. We'll take a couple of blood and torches. The keys I'm less concerned about. He doesn't blight, I don't think. Do have a little bit of medicinal herbs here, so I'll take them. There's definitely going to be bleeds going on. Alright, let's go, and let's see how this works out.
First attempts at summoning were crude, and the results disappointing. I soon found, however, that the type and condition of the host's meat was a critical factor. The best results came from pigs, whose flesh is most like that of man.
Alright, dead silence all of a sudden. Alright, we are currently bloodlusted.
It must be destroyed.
We don't know where this boss is going to end up. That's tricky. It's definitely not... It's probably in the northeast. Probably in the northeast. There's a whole lot going on this map, I will say. Alright, let's explore. Maybe we can find something interesting. Some damage bonuses or something like that we could take advantage of after we camp. Alright, not that. Right, the sacrificial stone. That's just bad. Alright, well, make use of Harvest here as well as Abyssal Artillery. You guys are pretty fast in comparison to my unit. We did get the bleed up, so that's at least doing its full work there. Alright, Abyssal Artillery, and then we follow that up with... Oh, okay, well... Wait, her stress was a little bit high, so I guess... Pick up a double kill, very nice. I'm going to slice off this unit, because I think we can pick up the double kill before they get a chance to act again.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I just tried to bandage the gladiator. That probably would not have been a good idea. No reason not to... Okay. I mean, that was a bit of an excessive heal, but, he is bleeding, so we will get rid of some stress. This fight's still going on, so, I don't know why that guy was so slow that turn. I could have battle balladed, I suppose. We'll just take everything for now. And yeah, this sacrificial stone. This is the bad one, right? I'm pretty sure this is the bad one. The bone altar is the one that gives you the buff. That's what I remember at the very least. Alright, we have a use for our holy water.
Glittering gold,
extra key.
Trinkets and baubles.
Probably not going to come of much use for us. Head in here. Hopefully we get some scouting from above. I do need a double room scout. Good. Yeah, there we go. Boss. Fantastic. We know where he is. Now the question is, do we explore the whole area to kind of hunt for things we can take advantage of? See, as long as we're in a good position, we may as well. Our poor bleeding crusader. Going first for some reason.
Eradicated. A decisive pummeling.
Very nice, but not enough to kill it, so we'll have to add up a little bit more there. Oh well. And then one more. Oh, we can't hit him with that. Okay. Oh, Battle Ballad only works when you're in the back row. Same with Inspiring Tune. Well, I have made a small error in this team composition then. Alright, just so we don't have to pass our turn, we'll attack that corpse. Oh. Alright, then we need to change our gesture skills. Get the kill with our Crusader here. Take the loot we have, and then let's look at our gesture skills. So these he can't use right now under this build. So... Dirk, Stab, and Finale? If we get out of our second position, we stop being able to use Slice Off. So in general, we will be using Slice Off, but we might rely on some other stuff, depending on how the fight is going. Maybe we wind up with stuff in the front row that we need to deal with, that has a lot of hit points. Okay, so the thought is, if we swoop left, and then come back around to the right, we may find... some useful things, such as another invitation to go to the courtyard. Very agile today. I think one of those mosquitoes is dead now. Oh, just barely not. Whoop. That's gonna make her useless. Hooray! She can cleanse that. It does give a debuff resistance, so it's not entirely useless, but...
Obliterated.
What do we do next? Our Jester can use Dirk Stab to slide forward. Oh, it healed back up. Ooh! Alright. Things happened. We'll put the heal on our Crusader. Things are still fine. We want to Dirk Stab, and the reason we want to Dirk Stab... things are not great here, and he's probably going to move forward, disrupting my long-term plan. This might work.
Quakes.
It worked. Not for the reasons I wanted it to work, but it worked.
Decimated.
Alright, everything fits in our inventory, but let's think about what is valuable. We do have a Blight, we don't have any anti-venom. If anyone was bleeding, that would be an opportunity. But unnecessary at the moment. So, let's head through this door. Nothing in here. Oh, we got the scouting though. So we have scouted this entire map now. Yeah? I think there is one hallway that we haven't scouted. And that's these two hallways. So if we can trigger scouting in that direction, we would know for certain if there was a secret room. But for right now, what we want to focus on is putting people back in their right place. And then let's bring our light back up. We're gonna head south and just see what this curio is. It's one of those. We've already used our holy water. If it turns out that we get another one, maybe we could come and do something with it. But I'm more interested in... Oh, okay, we're gonna touch this one. Ah, picked up a negative quirk. We are gonna burn through one of our torches here. Let's find out what this curio is. We have a trap. Our Jester should be good at taking care of traps. 90% is pretty good. Better than what anyone else is. Not good enough, apparently.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Oh, I didn't get my light up. Didn't get my light up.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Okay. We will harvest this group. Munch doesn't change position. Bizzle Artillery will result in one death. And then we can harvest again. That should kill the other one. Means I'm gonna sniper shot at the large corpse eater. Ooh, he dodged our Crusader's attack. Not cool. I don't want to Abyssal Artillery. I will heal instead. And then we'll harvest. Should get the kill, it did.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
I'm gonna do some bandaging here. We're gonna get some health going here. We're actually gonna get rid of some stress. The large corpse eater doesn't do anything too terrible, if I remember correctly. Okay, he does a fair amount of damage. That's fair. Oh, he reduces damage as well. We'll stack up the bleed, and that'll be how we kill him. And in the meantime, we'll well, Okay, that is a further debuff. And a mark. Our bandages are really not doing it. Oh, did it take away? I thought he had that. Maybe I've been bandaging the wrong person. I could have swore I bandaged that Crusader already. So we'll get his health back up. Jester's going to be a little bit wounded going into our next encounter.
Prodigious size alone
But we can solve that pretty easily. We do have an extra holy water now. And we have space for it, so we could... We'd have to go back a considerable distance, though. Okay. Sacrificial stone. I want to know. I'm going to take a break, and we're going to look this up. Pretty sure I have to go to the, like, full curio page here. Scroll by. We want to find curios that only appear in the warrens. The sacrificial stone... There's nothing you can do for it. It's 50% chance to gain 50 stress, 25% chance to purge a negative quirk, and a 25% to gain a positive quirk, either Warren's Explorer or Warren's Scrounger. The one that is the buff, that is the Bone Altar, which you also can't cleanse, but it'll give you a 15% damage bonus, a 10 accuracy bonus, and 5% crit until camp. It also clears any status effects. Alright, so I broke my rule. I'm not taking that 50-50 chance. Kind of a garbage 50-50 chance, honestly. So, let's head north. And we are obviously waiting to camp. Oh, here we go. Witness is not too bad. Tippler or light sensitive. Light sensitive I'd very much like to get rid of. God-fearing. Phenoglyphobia I also would like to get rid of. Fear of Eldritch. Alright, so all of these guys have things I would like to get rid of. Let's try for our Jester first. Yeah, I mean, the reality was I probably should have went for someone who had more negative quirks that were worth getting rid of, but we also didn't get scouting in this area, so we don't know, for example, if there was a secret room that we've missed. Or if there's a trap that we're going to walk right into.
ambushed by foul
Anytime I walk into a trap, though, I think to myself, if I had known where that trap was, there was still probably a good chance I would have walked into it. Alright. Let's get some harvest on. And then... just 2 more damage from that. Let's smite the Gladiator. That was an impressive crit. The Swine Spawn also, that's done. Another good crit. So I'd say a good go there. Ball and Chain will probably stun our Arbalest. She doesn't have any particular resistance to that. Let's just... You know what? Let's heal. That was a crit. And then we can put Dirk Stab to use. Oh. And I'm gonna get rid of some stress. We are going to heal our Jester some more.
Sedated.
Not great, actually. He's still at a lot of health, so we will just go with Dirk Stab, and then we can finale him next turn, probably. think stress is at an okay point, so we'll hit that. Oh shit! I have been delaying too long.
Press this advantage.
I thought I had one more turn. Oh no, I bumped the volume in my headset and
Remind yourself that
blew out my ears.
this is a slow and insidious killer.
Alright, full stack of gold. We do have some food which we can eat since it just fills up our inventory. The sapphire I would like to make room for. This is just going to give us food. I don't need that. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the medicinal herbs. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the medicinal herbs. Even though they could come in handy, we only can use that once in the fight anyway. So I'll just take that for some monies. We didn't find anything super excellent for dealing with, uh-oh. Well, I'll keep it in mind. If this fight goes extraordinarily well, I will keep it in mind. What do we got in the bag? Already been looted. We'll hit this last one. Jester, you're good at disarming traps. Could you demonstrate for the class? What are the odds?
Trap maker's art.
Twice.
Efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Twice in one dungeon, 90% chance missed twice in a row. Them's some crazy odds. Alright, we will harvest.
A singular strike.
Those, one of those is still alive. Oh, that'll prevent us from killing all these this turn. That's sure not gonna help.
A death by inches.
Alright, things just going badly. But our Crusader, he's a tough guy, he can handle it. I'm gonna heal him though. We need to be prepared to fight the boss, so I want to make sure nobody's at critical health when we're going in. Jester will pick up a kill, not quite two. Well, eventually two, so that one's dead. Stress isn't bad.
Back to the pit.
Just have this one spider left. If it doesn't bleed to death before people get to act. 43. Alright, so we'll weird reconstruction. That was a way over heal, but another key.
This expedition at least promises success.
If we were gonna find anything in there, I wouldn't have minded an anti-venom. Alright, we're full on that. Here's my clever. Of course it's trapped. But I resisted, you see? I was covering my bases. Alright, let's camp. And eat. So the downside of bringing as much food as we did is we're gonna wind up with quite a few spaces that don't get correctly used for treasure. We didn't encounter any walls. We have way more food than we needed, so there's gonna be several stacks that just don't get filled. Let's see what we can do. No one's afflicted. This is a 3 cost. This is a 4 cost. But we don't have a ton we need to do, so let's... Zealous Vigil, which helps him a little bit, but that's about it. Then... we can Marching Plan and Restring Crossbow. That's what I should have kept that before. So Unfortunately, she's gonna have lower speed now. But she also has increased speed? No, everyone else has increased speed. Mockery's not worth it. We could get rid of that stress there. Alright, let's rest.
The way is lit.
And
the path is clear.
let's switch out our skills. We no longer want Abyssal Artillery. Instead, we want Weakening Curse so that we can weaken the heck out of the boss. And we will do what is necessary. Jester, you think you can disarm a trap now? Like, this will be your third chance at a 90%. Oh, good job. Give this man a cookie. Alright, 76 health, or light rather, we're fine.
A blundering
Bit of squeal.
of hatred.
That's a stun.
Rage.
I didn't forget anything. I'm gonna slice off. End this one. Vulnerability Hex. And then we back that up with a... back it up with a flare. I can't do that this turn though. Gets rid of both the stun and the mark. That's why I did it. So we'll smite. He's got 200 health, so it could be a while. While flailing doesn't do that much damage. Alright, we won't be weakening his damage this turn. End these two. Now I'm thinking maybe you just focus on keeping everybody alive here. Oh, nope, he's gonna attack before she does because of her weakness, so... Okay, we'll take advantage of the mark. Things are taking a turn. Oh, no, don't end those two. That would be unfair. It would not be cool. The blood, he must have the blood. He's craving. Sure, let's bloodlust him. Okay, and then we're gonna smite. Down to 89 health. We gotta do the flare. Hopefully that means that the Jester will not get hit, and he didn't. Still a good amount of damage. Bit of squeal. Alright, so stuns. That is the thing that I failed here to take care of.
Sedated.
So these guys are going to get clobbered again. But they'll do some damage on the way out. Don't think our Jester's going to die. That's not impossible, though. Down to 52 health. That would be 40 now. That is Death's Door.
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
It is squeal stunning our Crusader, who is doing a lot of damage. Okay, so the worry here is that you give him the bleed. Alright, they're gonna get ended once again. He's not on Death's Door, so frankly, 2 damage or 100 damage, it doesn't really matter. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a dead man. A dead pig man.
Sedated.
Let's go ahead and get the healing going. Get a squeal. Let's do a little bit more healing. Very nice. Oh, now he's doing a lot of squeal.
Assault cannot be left unanswered.
Lots of people stunned. Well, Dirk stab and I guess finale. We've managed to keep our Crusader from hitting death's door. He lived. He lived through it. I will say that's not exactly how I thought that fight would go, but it definitely was for the best.
Creatures can be felled.
So bandages were unnecessary. These were unnecessary. This extra food can be consumed. Yeah, everybody got to eat something. Is anyone not still full? Alright, there we go. Money, jade, blueprints, all of it. Okay, it all fits. We're going to head back to town, and this has been a pretty good run. Not super profitable, but we killed a boss. 2 more people are now rank 5. And we got a couple of diseases that we should attend to. But aside from that,
a fitting end to my folly, and a curse upon us all.
Treat the vertigo. We'll treat the ague. Let's move those guys out of the counter. They already are. Stress. How's stress looking? Not too bad. People are going to their puppet shows. That's all that one can ask. Let's sort by level. Now, to go to the courtyard. Who do we want to face in the courtyard, or who do we want to bring to that fight? I say that we bring our flagellant because, okay, we haven't had the opportunity in a while. I say we bring this grave robber because she's a good friend of mine. Because she hits things very, very hard. Then I say maybe we bring a Crusader and a Vestal. It's a pretty good group, yeah. And then we you go in here and you give her trinkets wise. We say let's go with the sharpened letter opener. And then that thing that does a bunch of damage to bloodsuckers. So she's going to be doing 50% increased damage with no negative side effects. Like, this is all just positive. And this gentleman, we give him his punishment hood, which reduces his healing skill strength, admittedly. But we back that up with the blood amulet, the bleed amulet, down here somewhere. The blight amulet, the bleed amulet. And then for our Vestal, we once again go Julina's hood, or head rather, and the soothing crystal. And then our Crusader, what can we do for our Crusader? Bonus to healing skills, bonus to stress healed. That might be alright. And then we can... maybe we can give him some bonus defenses. Like, make him less of a combat monster. Make him more of a... he can protect. And we'll let these other guys also attack. What's a good defensive trinket, though? Be something in here. I mean, we could go with Barristan's Head. That's just a straight 20% protect. At the cost of a considerable amount of stress, though. Debuff resist if Crimson Curse, plus speed if Crimson Curse. That might be worthwhile. The other option is the Mantra of Fasting, which is only good if you're wasting, and I find that to be dubious of value. We could also give him the Fortifying Garlic, which is just a bunch of resistances. Because Crusaders don't have a resistance skill, do they? Yeah, they can raise their Protect really high. So yeah, maybe that's a good shot. And we're not going to be doing a ton of movementing. So let's skip Bulwark of Faith. We'll unlock Bulwark of Faith, and then we'll use that. Sort by level again, so we pull up the ones we put in our party. Upgrade Bulwark of Faith. Oh yeah, this is also going to be expensive, by the way. Holy Lance. In case he gets thrown back into position 3, there are some positional things here. Don't think we're gonna use Zealous Accusation. If it turns out that Holy Lance is just not working out for us, I'll keep the option open. Here, I'm curious about Reign of Blight. Like, it's up to 3 damage for 3 rounds, or Reign of Sorrow, rather. 3 damage for 3 rounds sounds a little bit better, but that's still, like, it leaves things in the back row alive for a long time. And that's really not what you want to do with things in the back row. On the other hand, kind of all we've got to fight against the back row. Sanguinate, in case our health gets low. I am... this one's a... Redeem. That's just basically a heal. You can heal someone else with it, okay. And Suffer clears mark from people. Okay. So we will alternate between using Endure. We can bring that up if stress gets out of control. And Reign of Sorrow is now up to doing 4 damage for 3 rounds, which is a 12 damage damage over time to 2 units. That's a really powerful attack if you can survive letting things live long enough in the back row. But given our current structure, that may not really be an option. And then here, our pickaxe is going to be our strongest tool, but these other ones are not foolish tools either. We don't want to use lunge. We shouldn't really ever be in a position where she needs to move, unless... Like, Blight is for if she gets pushed into the back row. She has the daggers for that. Maybe we can take Shadow Fade as an emergency if she gets put out of position. And we won't use the Blight at all. Putting more tactical thought into this than I need to. Anyone look at my money before I started throwing it away on these skills? These guys ain't cheap. We're gonna drop below 100,000 gold. Oh man, oh, it hurts. Oh wow, okay, well that was just 25,000 gold. So you guys better not die tomorrow. It would be very inconvenient if you were to die tomorrow. We also can recruit 1 person. This is our team that we want to add a member to. So what do they need? They need a healer. I don't see a healer here. So they'll get an arbalist instead.
Shoot, bandage, and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
It'll probably be bandage. Bandage mostly. Shoot and pillage. There'll be less of that. We do have I think this is a fine group. They'll be able to handle 0-level missions. But that will be something we worry about another time. Tomorrow we are going back into the Crimson Courtyard. This is our team, and it's going to be glorious. I do not think we'll clear it on one go, but it's going to be a fun time. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the series. You can expect these guys to become vampires, and then we'll all be sad. Please join me tomorrow for that excitement. I'll see you then.